One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona, and the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Let's talk for a second about Iowa State. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range and people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like, a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you, but let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Now they're going to throw it. Gets it out fast. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. The Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Lee. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Cyclones trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, you know, if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa State.
The offense goes as he goes. So really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Iowa State 7, Arizona 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position one, objective number one today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. First play of this drive comes from the 27. On the ground, it's Lee. Breaks into the open. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Here we go. Pulls and throws off the RPO. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Cyclones back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Throws to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on 3rd down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on 4th?
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Can't get him to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's
intercepted for the 11th time. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
A full dive to haul that one in.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Touchdown, Cyclones! Quick strike through the air for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throwing right. A strike downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
2nd down.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
Grab near the marker. It's Burleson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. Hard running there. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
We know this defense loves to play a lot of zone coverage, so you're seeing this offense now attacking that. They're letting the receivers find the soft spots in the zones so they can advance the football.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. And the field goal unit is on the field. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll close the gap to 14. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Arizona
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tagged on a field goal, and now back for more. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Takes the handoff. It's Lee. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. This will likely be the last play of the half. Second down, he'll throw it. Lets it fly. And they're unable to connect on the long pass. He caught it, but he was out of bounds. It's incomplete. That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson.
The Cyclones will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa State. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Line getting set on second down. Off play action. Got a man. It's Davis. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
The Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Finds his big tight end. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Running back searching for a hole. Runs through the tackle. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run.
Turning it on! That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And the Cyclones will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anything. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by just 4 to East Carolina. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Burleson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's in Arizona.
That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
The inside handoff. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Burleson.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Gets the back moving. Third down play from the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got an open man. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Now on first down from the 28. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Wildcats line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. They got the score they needed, but this...
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
27, Arizona.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Reads it, fires complete. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. Finds his tight end. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. He's got it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those 1st downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Arizona, 24.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw again. He's got him. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Finds a tight end. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. And the Wildcats are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Wants to throw on 1st down. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. On the run, fires downfield. Grabbed on the outside, it's Thomas. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking for the goal line. He's trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. This is caught for the way touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and most of the time